the mic, talking day and spilling life, from trending memes to wildest dreams. Girl, did you hear that crazy thing? Girl, did you hear what's going down? We're lighting up this whole damn town. Strange and trending every week. Bestie vibes that'll never peak.
But yeah, everything is Christmas now. Like what?
It sucks.
I don't like how the economy...
fast we're pushing it. If you came in, if we were just chilling in the same house somewhere and you came running into my space and you're like, Jess, oh my gosh, there's something in that room, I would not run in camera first.
No.
I would find something a little heavier.
Yeah.
To walk into the room with. So they betray his trust. It goes, the rumor gets out. Chris is now known as Ghost Boy.
Ghost boy. Yeah, so he goes in and he so
This
Jeff
priest is rude AF.
Yeah,
because
so-
they've been documenting this, right?
Yes.
So they have a journal, right? And they take the journal to the priest, and the priest goes, "Dude, are you on drugs?
What are you on?
Are you drinking?
What are you doing?" He's like, yeah, like in a chair or something, and she's like yelling. She's like
she's
get it
physically
off,
being
get it
held
off.
down. Yeah.
That would be so creepy.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine?
So now Chris is like, "Shit, man, this thing is messing my friends."
Now everybody is starting to experience the
This.
paranormal.
Right.
Yes.
This is bigger than Chris.
Yes. Hey guys, welcome to Girl, Did You Hear?
The ultimate bestie hangout. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Kristen. Today is episode 62.
Woohoo.
Yay! We're moving along.
Dude, we're chewing right through these.
Yes. We are continuing on our spooky series for the month of October. Doo-doo-doo-doo. So excited for Halloween.
Oh my gosh, it's only so
coming
many
up.
weeks away.
Couple weeks away.
I know.
I'm gonna be sad when I have to take all my decorations down
I know. I'm going to be sad for you.
because my house is very
It's very well decorated.
yes, and I enjoy it very much.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll leave it up through Thanksgiving.
Because who says?
And then
Halloween
switch-
comes down and then Christmas goes up.
Yeah, because I don't have like fall decoration like
This
to put
is
out.
your fall decoration, right?
Yeah, I
You
tried that.
You just turn the pumpkins around so they're no longer jack-o'-lanterns. And you're good. You take down some of the cobwebs and then you're
some
straight.
of the skulls
Yeah,
we
yeah,
put
yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I tried to do like the fall decorations like in between Halloween and Christmas.
Right.
And I just felt like it was such a short amount of time and it didn't make a lot of sense to like do all of that
So
decorating again,
it's a month. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Because normally you have time in between.
Right. But no. Not for me. If I was to decorate for fall, I would want to do it like the whole month of November.
Right. I see what you're saying because you want to decorate like September, October.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, September, halfway through September, Halloween was coming out.
No, they're pushing Halloween shit in July, folks.
Yes.
Let's be real.
Well, we were just at the Dollar Tree.
And we're trying to shop for it, and it's gone. It's off the
I
shelves
was
in
like,
October.
let's go see what else is there. Like if they have some different stuff.
I know this is going to air later than when we're filming it, but we are still not all the way through October, and the Halloween
No.
stuff is gone.
No, well, this episode will film the following week, and it will still be in October.
Mhm.
But yeah, everything is Christmas now. Like what?
It sucks. It
I don't
sucks
like
so bad.
how the
how
economy-
fast we're pushing it.
Yeah.
Because I've never noticed this before.
No.
And people are telling me it's always been like this. And I'm like, that's a load of shit.
I don't think it has.
It has
because, like,
not.
I don't remember
they
it being
didn't
that way
start
in my 20s.
forcing this until like 2020, I think. It's been at least 5 years
I feel like
that it's been like this.
like just before COVID, I feel like, or maybe after or during.
I think it was like after because COVID killed Black Friday.
Yes. Black Friday is not the same either.
No. That's evolved a lot
Yes.
since I was even a kid. to
Yes.
Now.
Yeah. Even when we first started going Black Friday shopping in the early 2000s is different than now.
Than it is now. Yeah.
Yes. And I don't like it,
I don't either.
but we still go.
We do.
Did we go last year?
I don't know.
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did. And this year is going to be weird
Why?
because
Where are you going?
The way that November
Oh.
ends.
I haven't even looked at that month yet.
Don't even bother. It's depressing.
It's depressing
Mhm.
the way that it ends.
Well, for my work schedule, it's a little messy. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, fair. Fair. All right. Let's circle back around. So
So on that note, folks.
On that note, Jessica's work schedule is shitty in November. And the month ends weird.
It does. It does.
So, yeah.
And then there's
that.
Thanksgiving and all of that other holiday familial fun.
Yes.
Back to Halloween.
Yeah.
We did watch. What did we watch?
The True Haunting
The True Haunting.
on Netflix. It's a 2-part series.
It's like a series, but it tells 2 different stories.
Yes. Part 1, part 2.
Yeah.
2 different stories. The first one is about a kid named Chris who goes to college in New York.
Geneseo?
Yes, Geneseo College. And he's staying in the Erie Hall.
Right, which is like a dormitory.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know we talked about this before, but I never went to like college dorm life.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I would have definitely vibed in there, in that world at that time.
Yeah, my college dorm life was very different from the like standard college dorm life.
Yes.
So I can see where that's awesome for some people, but that would have not worked for me.
No.
No.
So this took place back in September 1984.
That's when Chris first goes to college.
That's when he goes off to college.
Yeah.
Dad takes him there. He is a good kid, good student. Apparently this is like a really good college.
Mm-hmm.
All the kids there are pretty sharp.
He got there on a running scholarship.
Yes. He was a avid runner. His dad was like pushing him to be like Olympic type person.
Mm-hmm.
So he was there on a scholarship. Not long after he moved into his dorm, Chris started experiencing a lot of weird things, some paranormal stuff.
Right.
He started like hearing whispers of his name, and like seeing figures, and like it was pretty intense actually, the way that they kind of told the story.
Mm-hmm. So from what I see is that he starts to hear his name.
Mm-hmm.
They keep whispering like Chris, and they're like, "Okay, dude, what?" Yo.
He's like looking around.
Right. And then he shows up to a toga party that he didn't want to go to because Chris sounds like this pretty small town straight laced kid who just kind of lives not a simple life, but just an easy going.
Yeah, like he's there to just like appease his dad and like do the
He's
thing.
just there to go to college, get the degree.
Yeah.
He's on a running scholarship, so he has to stay within a certain like grade point average in order to
maintain the scholarship.
Right. So, he's there to do the thing, which is great for him. So he shows up to a toga party that doesn't really want to, gets spooked by something he sees outside the window.
Yes.
Runs
back to the dorm.
Runs back to his dorm, and his friend Jeff Unger, I believe his last name was. He was his photo friend, is what I labeled him here as, because he was the one with the camera.
Yeah.
And he goes back and talks to him and goes, "Hey, what's up?" And then this is when Jeff and Chris start to like talk about, hey, Chris is seeing shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Chris tells them like what's been going on.
Right.
Around this time, they've been there for like maybe about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
From what I had read.
Right.
After we watched. So yeah, Chris is telling him, what he's seeing and what he's hearing and stuff like that. And Jeff's like, that's kind of weird.
Right. Like, what do we do?
What do we do? What's going on? And so they kind of like, just like, he's like, Chris is like, hey, you can't tell anybody about this.
He's like, please don't tell anybody about this.
We got to keep this between us. Like,
right.
College. They're like teens, early 20s.
Like 1920.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like, we can't tell people about this crazy shit.
No.
So it continues. Chris
keeps getting messed
tormented.
With. He's going through nightmares, cold spots. He thinks people's calling his name. He's seeing things.
Yes.
Poor Chris is getting tormented.
Very tormented. There was one scene where he was like in his dorm and he was typing something on his typewriter, and he kept hearing his name called, and he was like, "Oh, like what is going on?" Like trying to like diffuse it out. So he puts his headphones on, and he hears his name again, like through the headphones, and he's like, "What the fuck?" So he takes his headphones off and he like goes out to like look around or something, comes back in, and his name is typed on the typewriter, like Chris. And he's like, what the fuck? Like,
but
nobody's there.
Keep in mind, this is college, right? So people like to play a lot of pranks. And that's also something that they brought up in the thing. But they're like, nobody plays pranks on Chris because they'd be wasted. Chris doesn't have that kind of sense of humor.
Right.
And it was like this point where he gets all freaked out, and then he runs and he goes into Jeff's room and goes, hey, there's something in there. And then I think it's hilarious. It's reminded me of you out of most people. Runs in with his camera.
I know. I was like, yes.
Like,
he goes in camera first.
Click. And he's like, comes back and he's like, there was nothing in there. Good. You're good, dude.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Jeff, you're such a good friend.
That's so funny.
He comes in just like
He's
camera
like,
first.
and he's like super nerdy guy too, right? So like, if there was something in there, like he's not
Right.
gonna do anything.
Well, I mean, and he's like, he's supporting Chris in this journey, and so it's funny to me that that's how. If you came in, if we were just chilling in the same house somewhere and you came running into my space and you're like, Jess, oh my gosh, there's something in that room, I would not run in camera first. I
No.
would find something a little heavier
yeah,
to walk into the room with, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Like, I can't.
but like I think in his mind he was obviously thinking that he could capture
Right,
something
since
on
he
the
already
film.
knows that his buddy's seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
He wants to try and see something on film.
Yes,
And eventually he does.
he does. So things escalate.
Mm-hmm.
The college, you know, they have like speakers that come talk to them and stuff like that.
Lectures.
Yes.
Right. And can you guess, folks, who showed up to Geneseo
Our
College?
favorite couple,
Oh my gosh.
Ed and Lorraine, the freaking Warrens.
The Warrens were there.
Of course. So the Warrens came, they gave their whole lecture about paranormal stuff, you know, and Jeff was like super interested in it. And Chris was just kind of like,
Like,
bleh.
disassociated.
Yeah, like
the
not
whole
really
time.
paying attention. Afterwards, they're
Their
doing like a
little
little meet and greet.
Yeah.
Like at the front. And Jeff's like, come on, let's go meet them. Like, let's go talk to them or whatever, you know. And Chris is like, okay, fine. So like they go down there in line.
And like he goes to shake her hand.
And she just like stares at him and she's like pulls away.
She's like, ew.
And she just like looked at him.
shaking your
Yeah, she's like, I'm not shaking your hand. But like the way she like paused and looked at him, I was like, geez.
And I mean,
But like she did that in front of
That's a snub.
everybody. So like
That's a
people
huge snub.
saw that.
Yeah.
And so then they were like, what the fuck? Like, why does she not want to shake his hand? You know? And then in the show, they like she goes over and whispers something to frickin' Ed. And then Ed comes over and he tells them to like essentially just like
let's go, move along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm like, what the fuck? So at that point,
And keep
Real
in mind,
quick-
folks, Lorraine is a clairvoyant, right? So
Yes.
she senses,
she's a sensitive.
yeah,
And,
spirits.
yeah. So my thoughts were like knowing how Ed and Lorraine are,
Mhm.
like they portray themselves to be paranormal investigators and
Right.
people that try to help people
Right.
who are victims of paranormal attacks.
Right.
Okay. So at that point, when I'm watching the show, I'm like, why didn't Ed or Lorraine try to reach out to that kid like after the lecture if she saw something weird in him? Or like, why didn't they do anything at that point? Like, it seemed like she was just like scared of whatever she saw.
Mm-hmm.
And then like they left afterwards. Like that was it. Like the lecture was over and then they left.
Right.
But like knowing their history, I had wondered that question.
Right. Well, I mean, but like how many times, because like I imagine they go on tour, right? And then they see these people, and I'm sure they're encountering a
Mhm.
lot of these types of people.
Probably, yeah.
And so I don't imagine that they willingly go out and try and find cases. I'm sure they wait for cases to come to them.
I guess. Yeah. I just thought like, I don't know. I feel like if I was like a sensitive,
But like,
And I came
Lorraine
across
might not
someone-
have known why she was cheesed out by him.
that's
you
true.
know?
She might have
could-
just gotten bad vibes from him and didn't know what it was.
knowing as like innocent as Chris was in all of this. Like Chris wasn't
Yeah.
the nefarious element. It was
No.
whatever was attaching to him.
Yeah. But like during the lecture, they talked a little bit about, you know, how people can open doors, you know, to the spiritual world.
Gotta invite it in, folks.
And they can do it like unknowingly sometimes. And like how like some doors obviously should never be opened, so to speak.
yeah, they were like going on the whole thing about please don't play with Ouija boards. 'cause
Yes.
realistically, please don't play with Ouija boards.
Yep, don't.
And you know, and I mean the whole like calling stuff through mirror. Please leave Bloody Mary alone.
Let her stay over
That
there.
bitch is tired.
She's bloody.
So
enough.
like they're trying to, you know, give you kind of like some spiritual common sense.
Right. And Jeff kind of took that like to a little bit like he thought he was like now an investigator.
Well, I mean,
In
he's
a
trying to
sense.
help his buddy.
No, he totally was. Which I appreciate because I feel like if something like that was going on to me,
I would get my little paranormal pants on and do my best.
Yeah,
to help you figure out just what the fuck.
Like before I spoke outwardly to anybody about it, I would probably also be doing like my own little investigation, like they are.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I'd be like, Jessica, Trevor, help me figure this out. You know what's going on?
Why is it like this? Why do they keep pulling my sheets off?
So they basically just like, life is continuing, right? College is happening. They're doing the thing. Chris is
starts getting like freaky nightmares about the woods.
Super crazy nightmares about the woods. He's
Jeff
having
says,
these really intense like visions. He's like outwardly like yelling in his sleep and stuff like that.
Can't really tell what's reality.
Yeah, very, very confused. Just losing his mind. Like
Poor
he
thing.
feels like he's just completely losing his mind. His roommate, so there was one scene where him and his roommate are sleeping in the dorm. And I think it was Paul was his roommate. When his roommate heard something, like a loud noise or something, and tells Chris to go check it out.
Right.
And then as Chris gets up or whatever and he's checking it out, like his little cassette tape player starts like playing automatically.
Oh, yeah.
And then like he turns it off and then like goes back to bed and then it starts playing again. And the roommate's like, bro, turn the shit off.
Right.
And he's like, I fucking did. So he turns it off again. And as he's taking the batteries out of the thing, his friend has a crazy vision.
Yeah. His roommate sees a guy.
Dark figure.
Yeah.
That apparently scared the shit out of him, and he like let out this blood-curdling scream. But Chris didn't see him see the figure.
No,
like
Chris was fiddling with the radio.
Yeah, and then just hears the scream, and then his friend
turns around and goes like, "Dude, what the f?" And he's like, "Oh my gosh, I saw
something."
Yeah,
and then Paul just left.
Yeah, he's
the school.
Like, I'm no longer enrolled in Geneseo. Thank you. I'm not doing this anymore.
Out.
And then
no goodbyes.
Nope, nothing.
He literally just left.
And so Chris is fucking spooked, right?
Yes.
And he's like, I can't sleep in here. So
By
Chris
himself.
starts sleeping in like common areas and places where
in the
people
hallway.
would pass by.
Yeah.
And
that's
poor guy.
That sucks, dude. Could you imagine? Like, I would be so scared to go to sleep if that shit was just happening all the time.
I mean, I'd be rocked with just trying to stay awake because I don't want to get messed with, especially if I'm having crazy nightmares and stuff, dude.
That shit would be scary for sure. So
Jeff says enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
I mean, we need to hold kind of a mini seance. In your room.
Yes. He's like, we're possibly going to be opening the door.
We
need
to roll back through my Jeff and Lorraine notes.
Yes.
And
so they do like a little DIY.
Yeah.
Seance in a sense. So they're just in there.
Yeah.
And Chris is just talking to him.
And Jeff is snapping photos as Jeff does.
It's gonna be me and you at one point.
I felt like this story felt familiar.
It's so funny. What's weird though is this. Okay, so the True Haunting show just came out in 2025, but I feel like the guy Chris, like in the documentary, like he looks familiar to me.
Yeah, he does. I don't know why,
and I don't know why.
So does his dad. His dad looked familiar from something.
Yes. So I don't know why.
And unfortunately, I did not have enough time
to do like back research
to dig deeper.
I did a little bit, but not too much. But I couldn't figure out why he looked familiar to me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out.
I don't know. And I mean, we've been watching like a lot of paranormal shit. Maybe they're just a part of it somewhere.
I don't know.
I don't either.
But I don't know. Well, because this shit happened like back in the early 1980s. So like we grew up, like we were both born around that same time in 84. And so maybe somewhere along the lines during these stories, we like saw something about it. I don't know. But he definitely, I was like, why does he look familiar?
But like this one's a weird enough story to be kept kind of pretty local to like its own area.
True.
Like I'd never heard of this story before.
No, me neither. And so Jeff and Chris are investigating.
Yep. Jeff
They're doing their DIY.
Jeff snaps a bunch of photos.
Yes.
Takes him a while to process those photos and then find something.
He sees an anomaly of some sort, which he thinks is a skeleton. Skeleton.
I think we've been trying to like wear those all week.
Yes. We've been trying to wear a skeleton.
A skeleton every episode.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna have to buy a new skeleton shirt
Oh no.
for next week. Darn.
Shoot.
So yeah, Jeff sees a skeleton in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't look like a skeleton to me. If I was to see that initially,
But also keep in mind that these guys are balls deep in this investigation,
Yeah.
and they're trying to figure shit out. So
Yeah.
when you see a
I'm
a
saying,
blur
like,
or
if
a
I
smudge
was
or something like that
photographing
in the
something like that,
photos, yeah,
in a paranormal investigation, I would assume that it was some sort of, it was something.
right.
I wouldn't say that it would be a skeleton, but
But-
you could kind of see how he could make out a skeleton in the way that it looked.
Right.
If I can find a picture of it, I'll pop one in for you guys. And so maybe,
But
I'll
also keep in mind, him and Chris are like, Chris is like, please don't be telling people this.
yes,
Like, this is just between Chris and
Quiz
Jeff.
and Jeff.
Oh, it's a long day. Between Chris and Jeff right now.
Yes.
So like Chris is like, please don't tell people. But now that Jeff has this photo, Jeff is like,
Looky,
guys, check this out. And he tells a couple people.
all their little like friend group,
Yep.
basically. And so then,
So they betray his trust. The rumor gets out. Chris is now known as Ghost Boy.
Ghost Boy.
Well, okay, that's at least what they tell us in the story.
Yes.
So, I mean, they go through and like Chris and Jeff deviate, and they're like, Chris is like, F you, bud. I
Right.
trusted you not to tell people, and you told people.
Yeah.
Now it's out, and people are like, ew, look at you.
They're thinking he's all weird.
They're
And meanwhile,
thinking,
Chris is still getting tormented
Still
by
getting
the ghost.
tormented, right?
Yes.
Still sleeping in
Yes.
common areas.
He doesn't know what to do. He's still trying to like run and like do that.
Right.
But while he's running, he's also like having visions and stuff is happening like in the woods.
Oh yeah, he sees ghosts on the runs, and he quits running.
Yeah. And he's like super withdrawn. He quits running. He's failing his classes.
He falls into like
losing-
scholarship probation sort of thing.
Yeah, he's just losing his mind. Everything around him is just falling apart, and he's like, I have nowhere else to go.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
Where did
so
they
he
turn?
goes to the church.
Which is fair. Absolutely
Totally fair.
It's the first place I'd go if I'm seeing spiritual stuff.
Yes.
Because those are spiritual people.
I have gone to the church before in moments of despair where I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Right?
Like, go to the church.
That's fair. That's what they're there for.
Right? So yeah, so he goes in and so
This
Jeff
priest is rude AF.
Yeah,
Because
so-
they've been documenting this, right? So
Yes.
they have a journal, right? And they take the journal to the priest, and the priest goes, dude, are you on drugs?
What are you on? You
Are you
drinking?
drinking?
What are you doing?
Like, why are you like this? This shit's weird.
Yeah. And then Chris just starts crying.
He's like, I need help.
Yeah, and the priest is like, "Well, I'm bound by my priesthood."
Well,
to
if
help
you've got
him.
tears, I gotta believe you. So
Yeah.
let's go to your room.
Yes. So the priest goes and they do like a little DIY exorcism prayer,
Just a prayer.
blessing
Yeah.
type thing.
Well, I mean, because like the
I
priest
wouldn't say
goes
an
in and
exorcism.
he
It was definitely like a
admits
blessing.
that it's cold in there and that
Yes.
he feels something.
Yes.
But he doesn't want to spook the kid.
No.
And tell him that he feels something, which I think is a
No.
whole load of bullshit. Because
Yes.
why wouldn't you want to help give him confirmation
Correct.
that he's not going crazy? And I get this. This is back in the 80s, and this is back before you talked about anything like mental health or ghosts.
Yeah, people were
or
like so
anything.
scared of all of
like,
that shit.
You got to be in the line or on the line. Otherwise, you're out the line.
Right. While the priest is doing the prayer, he keeps kind of like looking over to like the closet area of like the dorm room.
Yeah, there's something spooky in that kid's
Yeah,
closet.
weird shit. And then, like you said, like everything, like after he does the prayer, the room kind of warms up, and he's like, "Okay, everything's fine," and like tries
Chris
to
is doing
reassure.
better. Like
tries to reassure
everybody's
Chris.
feeling
Yeah.
good.
And so that stays like that for a little bit. Like Chris thinks everything's back to normal. Everyone's hanging out. Like the vibes are good.
Right.
Right. And then one night, they're all hanging out in one of the dorm rooms.
Right. So it's like
They're all like drinking and stuff, whatever, having a good time.
Yep.
Normal college stuff. I forget the other two girls' names, but Beth
and
Linda?
Linda.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Linda wasn't a part of this
No.
part. Beth was.
Yes.
Beth,
There was 2 other girls in the scene. I don't know who they were.
right. Because there's like a trio of girls.
Yes.
And I don't remember the third girl's name. So Linda and the other girl that we can't name are like, hey, guys, it's time to break up. We need to study. You go off and find something else to do. Go away. So Beth is like, yo, I don't have anything to do.
Let's go to Jeff's dorm.
Like, let me,
She
go
had
back.
spilled something on
Let
her
me
shirt.
go back to my place, straighten up real quick, and then I'll meet you guys back at Jeff's.
Yes.
Because that's where Chris was hanging out, obviously, because he doesn't want to go back into his room because
No.
that's just haunted.
Yes.
So in the meantime, she's trying to arrange whatever she's doing in her dorm room, and that's when it hits her.
Yeah. So she just changed her shirt because she had spilled something all over it, and she was like looking at herself in the mirror or whatever, and then all of a sudden she sees like a crazy ass figure in the mirror behind her, or not behind her, like in the mirror.
Gotta love that.
And she just goes into complete like shock,
Right.
and is just lets out this huge scream loud enough that Jeff and Chris heard the scream. No,
Right.
they
They
didn't
were
hear the
already
scream.
on their way to see her.
They were already on their way
She
because
was
she has
taking too long.
Yes, and they hear the scream.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, oh, what the fuck? So they get in there and she's laying there, like paralyzed, but like awake.
Pinned down,
Like
is what they
pinned
said.
down.
Mhm.
Like she couldn't move, but she couldn't speak. She was just there. And like in the show, like she's laying there and she looks paralyzed and her head's like turned to the side and her mouth is just like open, like as if she was like screaming and just got like stuck like that.
Did you imagine?
And then she like snaps out of it and just looks at Chris and she's like, they kept saying your name.
Wouldn't that be wild?
So creepy. Are you kidding me?
Dude.
Oh, I don't know about that, man. I don't know. That's creepy shit.
Yeah.
And so they're all like, what the fuck? What do we do now? So they get her up and they're trying to figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really have a solution at that point.
Nope.
Because then it kind of just rolls into winter break for the school.
Right.
Then like during winter break, there's a few scenes of like the janitor that's there like cleaning stuff up that has some experiences.
Yeah, I didn't quite pay attention to that much.
And then there was Linda.
Linda gets assaulted
Yes.
by the ghost.
So after winter break, everyone's kind of coming back. Linda gets assaulted. Do you remember what happened with that one?
So Linda feels like there's something in her room, and then she gets like held down. She goes to scream. Jeff and all of them run in with the camera. Jeff snaps 3 photos.
Yes.
And
she's like, yeah, like in a chair or something, and she's like yelling. She's like
she's
get it
physically
off,
being
get it
held
off.
down. Yeah.
That would be so creepy.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine?
So now Chris is like, shit, man, this thing is messing my friends.
Now everybody is starting to experience the paranormal.
Right.
Yes.
This is bigger than Chris.
Yes. And so now, hopefully people don't think Chris is as crazy.
Right.
Poor Chris.
Well, I mean, keep in mind, this is like a tiny nucleus of people in a whole college.
Yeah. But like, it didn't start to get out. Like, rumors were going around.
Right.
But like, as things escalated.
Now it's like transcending into different people.
The more of the school is knowing about it.
Right.
So Chris goes for a run. Comes back, takes a shower. Something attacks
shower.
him in the
Poor
shower.
What is it with
Like a
these
vicious
scratches, man?
attack. A vicious attack. Jeff finds Chris in the shower after the attack.
Right.
He's like on the ground, like shaking, just like disoriented, like what the fuck just happened. Jeff sees that he has the scratches all over his back, and they start bleeding. And he has something else on him, didn't he?
No.
Was it just the
I
scratches?
think it was just the scratch.
Oh, okay.
The welts or what they call it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the welts and so forth. And he notices also that like Jeff's ears were ringing.
Oh yeah, he was like not with us.
No.
Mm-mm.
And he was had like weird like blurry vision and stuff too, which was super weird that he was also kind of affected in that time frame. So Chris goes back to their room. They settle down for a little bit. And then Chris is like, I don't know what the fuck
I
to
can't
do
do this anymore.
Yeah. And he calls his dad.
He calls his dad.
Smart move.
Eventually,
You
I
got to
mean,
call.
You've tried doing it with your buddies.
Right.
You've tried doing it with the campus clergy. There we go. You've tried doing it, on your own, and you can't. So like you go to your first source of trust, and that's your parents, especially since you're still so young still. I mean, I think at this point he's like 20, 19 still.
Yeah. Very young still.
Yeah.
But dad is like science man.
Yeah.
Like
dad's a science teacher.
Yeah. Not it's like a paranormal type of person at all.
Right.
So anyways, he tells dad like he's not doing good, and dad is just like, I'm on my way.
Right.
Doesn't know any of what's happening, like what has happened, doesn't know any of the story. He just knows Chris is not in a good state of mind right now.
Right.
And he's like, I'm on my way. Smart move. Good job, dad. No questions asked. He's just like, I'm coming. Help is on the way. So dad comes, tells him everything's fine, whatever, trying to just like reassure him, whatever. Dad stays the night in the dorm room with him. Mm-hmm. And like around 3 a.m., dad's awake.
Feeling the cold.
Yes. He's like, I'm going to stay awake and see what's going on.
You're finally going to get a good night's sleep. I'm going to be here. You relax.
You sleep. Yeah. And dad gets super cold. And the way he described it in the show was he felt like something was wrong. And he felt pain, but it wasn't his pain.
He felt nauseous, but it wasn't like him.
Yes.
Which is weird.
And I'm like, that's a weird description. Like, could you imagine what that would feel like?
No.
That would be
I don't even
so
like feeling
weird.
nauseous and knowing it's me.
Yes, yeah. Right? So like, oh, that would be so bizarre. And so then he experiences that throughout the night. Mm-hmm. Nothing like scary or severe happens to him. Like he doesn't have any visuals, I don't think. It's just like that feeling, like that very heaviness feeling
that he knows something's off.
Yes, like knows something's there. The next morning his dad's like, let's go for a run.
Right, because that's how like him and his dad commune, take off stress, so on and so forth.
Yeah, process thoughts and whatnot. So they're running through the woods, whatever. Dad trips over something and they move the leaves.
Yeah, I think it's a little wild how they just all right. Chris has been running in these woods ever since he started going to this college, right? So he's been running the same path that he takes his dad on this trip.
Yeah.
So, and then now, all of a sudden, oops, looks, here's this memorial to Thomas
Boyd.
Yes. Oh, no, it starts off as like Parker Boyd.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that. And then, we forgot to tell him. Eventually he names it because he's like, okay, we can't talk about this out loud, so we got to give it a code name. And he gives it a code name of Tommy.
Yeah.
And then, so this is all before they figure out that the first name of this memorial guy is Thomas Parker Boyd.
Correct.
So they're like, oh my gosh, we nailed the nickname.
They're like, how is that even possible? Well, when they found the memorial, they didn't put Tommy. They didn't put
they
two and
didn't
two
know
together
Tommy
yet.
was, because this is, I guess, all happening simultaneously. Jeff is put on his Inspector Gadget cap and is going full detective mode on this, and he's doing the background research on Erie Hall. Mm-hmm. And he finds out that this is Thomas Parker Boyd took a convoy of men because he was told to research this area, and the natives in that region massacred his whole group, and then they captured him, really torturous stuff,
and they tortured him,
dude,
like badly.
Like the stuff that they described, like
it was very bad.
I'm like, what?
They were like removing body parts from him,
right? Like, dude,
like very intense stuff. So Jeff is finding this information out
while Dad and Chris are running in the woods.
Yes, and come across the memorial of Parker Boyd.
Right.
And oh shit.
So Jeff is also discovering this information about Parker Boyd, I guess simultaneously. So they all get together and have this little like powwow.
Yeah.
Figure this out.
Yeah, they start looking into the history more. Jeff's like, I have so many theories, but no answers, you know?
Right.
And then so it was like the Revolutionary War time frame, which is like, what, 1700s? Somewhere around there, I think,
girl,
maybe.
I don't know.
Possibly. It's not good at history class.
Sucked in that one.
So he was tortured out in the woods, though.
Oh,
like
yeah,
where
by the torture tree.
Yeah,
that was only a mile from campus, which
Yes.
has been so beautifully dubbed as such torture tree.
Yes.
Like, oh my God. This is so much fun. I love these stories so much.
I love these stories, these fictional stories. Do you think this one's real or not?
No, because like realistically, here we go. Here you want to
Okay,
you want to wrap
pause.
this up?
Yeah, we're gonna finish. We're gonna finish
Because there's not much left.
No, there's not. So yeah, so they put these pieces together.
Right.
Basically, it's so weird. Like, okay, so I don't even know where to go from here.
You want me to tell my version?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. So Chris goes out into the woods, right?
Yes.
Heads out to the little torture tree.
Yeah.
And goes,
Oh yeah.
ugh, okay. I
I'm
know
here.
you're here. I'm here. And I'm going to count to 10 and you're going to be gone. And he's like, 1, 2, gets all the way to 10. And then he feels better.
Yeah.
So the thing that he saw, that the roommates saw, the dude, the Parker
goes-
dude, and is just
He goes to like face
gone.
it.
Yeah, like right, because one of his roommates is like, dude, you just got to take this face on, and he's like, fine, I'm just gonna take this face on, because Chris sounds like a little bit of a softie. I'm not saying a softie is a bad thing. He just seems like a gentle soul.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So this is a big move for him to be all like, huh, and then like get out into the woods and go tell the ghost to go away.
Right.
Like,
And simultaneously, when that's happening, Dad finds information.
oh no
from
no,
his-
that's 30 years later.
Oh,
His
I
old-
missed that
like
part.
him and his family start talking about it, and then that's when his dad finds the book, or his dad finds out the information that
About
his
the
wife
ancestors?
found out in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was 30 years after.
it was like a long time
That's
after
crazy.
that
Yeah, I
they
missed
were
that
able
part.
to like tie those two together.
Yeah, but so they found in this book from the dad's wife's ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know.
So Chris's
where this
mom,
book
so
came
this is
from.
in Chris's bloodline, right? Because
Yes.
it's his mom's ancestors that found the dismembered body of,
Tommy Boyd.
right.
And that's how they realized. They were like, holy
This is why Chris is
shit.
the door, or
The portal or
supposedly.
the whatever,
right.
the vessel for the person to get help from, I
So,
guess.
ta-da. That's it.
And that's literally it. That's how it ends.
He just tells the ghost to go away in the woods, counts to 10, and he's done.
Yeah. Makes no sense to me.
No seances. No
Chris
holy water being
has a
flung
book
in
out now.
places. Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Does he
It's called
talk
The
about?
Ghost Boy of Erie Hall.
Didn't have to reach far for that title, did he?
Supposedly that book has like photos and journal entries that weren't
Right.
shown
Which
in
is
the
fine.
documentary
I mean, I
and
get
stuff
it
like
since
that.
Jeff liked to snap photos. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of that. And like Jeff
Yeah.
was his
Oh, wait.
Scooby Doo, man.
Yeah, but so when Linda was getting attacked and Jeff took those 3 photos,
Mhm.
there was a weird dark figure in those photos.
yeah, I mean, supposedly,
Supposedly.
just like
I
there
mean,
was a skeleton in the
I
other
mean,
one.
did you see the photos though? That one was more clear than the skeleton one.
Come the French toast
It
on.
was.
Okay, friend. I'll believe in your blurry blobs.
My blurry blobs. So yeah, that's part 1 of the haunting.
Yeah.
Of the true haunting. That's
So,
part 1.
This is
That was broken out into 4 episodes.
Yeah. and
That
then it's
story.
just- so buckle up because we've got
So
that's story number 2.
the history on that,
Mm-hmm.
the Tommy Boyd story, from what I was able to find, that story is actually true. Like the Revolutionary War and like him, doing all like that part is
Makes
all
sense.
true.
Yeah. Because that's kind of what they did back in the day.
Yes, totally. Some
Unfortunately.
messed up shit.
Yeah.
But from what I could find, that part was true. I couldn't find a lot of other backing information for the Erie Hall or a lot of other people talking about similar hauntings or experiences in that school or in that area.
Right.
I couldn't find a lot of factual stuff that I felt was factual anyways. But part 2 of that, I also don't believe that story either.
I don't either. I mean, because there's that one's blown all over hell, and I mean,
they wrapped this one up super quick into 2 episodes, and
So shall
basically,
we.
yeah. So,
because this is a tale as old as time. This is a haunted house.
Yes, you move in. A family moves into the house. The house is haunted. It's tormenting the family. They move out. The hauntings are gone.
The hauntings are gone. End scene.
Like that's the story.
Wow.
The end.
We did it.
We'll see you next week. No, I'm just kidding.
Bye, guys.
Just kidding. No, but like that is generally
That's
the
it.
story. Yeah, like
I mean, and we've told this tale 3 times now.
yeah, but like it's weird. So this takes place in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Nice little Mormon
This
lady.
one is a little more modern.
Yes,
this
it's happened in 2006.
Yeah.
So a little bit more. Yeah, like you said, modern.
A little bit more of a relevant
Yes.
story, right? Something a time frame we can all remember.
Mm-hmm. So I think it was between 2004 and 2006. Actually, this family is living in Salt Lake City. They were living in a house. It got broken into.
A shitty little neighborhood.
They didn't want to live in that neighborhood anymore. They had aspirations to go to the avenues.
Right. Well, this house
Was
was for sale in the avenues. And
Yes.
this is one of those, it's too good to be true for a reason.
Yeah, and it was like a cute Victorian, older style
This
home.
is just like the Lutz's
yes.
story.
And they were like, "Oh my God, this house is amazing."
So what I'm learning is that if the real estate is too good to be true, if you're in a hella nice neighborhood and the house is hella cheap,
it's haunted.
somebody died or was but like, something really
Something
bad
happened there.
happened. Unalivements happened.
Unalivements. Good word.
Because I
Yeah.
can't use that first one.
No, but like it's weird though, like how it seems like these people are like drawn to these houses, but it almost seems like every family that is drawn to these houses and these situations are coming from like despair and like a vulnerable place.
Right. These
You know
aren't
what I
like
mean?
happy, healthy people.
Like the one last week or whatever when we did the Lutz family was like the cancer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like they moved into the house because it was closer to the cancer treatment
Man,
place.
like, so the other thing I'm learning is that, like, don't be in crisis and move.
Got it.
Because you're an open door to some bad juju.
Yes. So I never thought about that, but this is a pattern that I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So April and Matt move in to this house.
She has 2 little boys, Nate and
Yes.
Shane.
And they're kind of, so initially they're walking around the house before they buy it.
Mm-hmm.
They see someone there cleaning some stuff off the walls.
Right.
And it looks like graffiti.
Right.
Matt had said. And then the guy like closed the door real quick and he's like, oh,
We're just finishing that up.
just finishing up some final things. Whatever. They move in. They're kind of just like walking around, checking things out, nothing too crazy going on. They notice, the kid, first of all,
This
the
one's all over the place.
yeah, it is all over the place. The mom starts hearing voices.
The mom starts hearing, Mommy.
Yes, while she's sleeping.
Mommy.
Mommy. And like as a mom, when you hear that, you're like,
What?
you definitely like wake up and then you wait a second for like the second one, like the second mommy, like that's
Yeah.
what you do.
Right. Well, and I mean, and also with this, they hear that all of a sudden a bunch of noise starts happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
They move into this house and all of a sudden it sounds like the house is getting broken into again.
Yes.
And they're like, WTF, my friends.
This just happened to us.
We just moved out of
Yeah.
this. Why is this happening again? So
Yes.
everybody digs out throughout the house and they're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Dad boils it down to it's the boiler in the basement. It's just
Old
the
pipes,
pipes.
yeah.
It's just
Old pipes,
the
old house.
noise the house is making. It's
Yeah.
okay. Everybody chill out. And then April starts hearing Mommy, but she keeps that shit to herself.
Yes.
She's like, I'm not telling people that I'm hearing this because I don't want. I don't know. I wouldn't put that on people,
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either unless it started
especially
to get like
initially.
really,
Well, because
yeah.
it does. It always escalates.
Always. So yes, so that starts happening. The little boy starts talking about imaginary
with his
friend.
friend Benjamin.
Yes. So that starts happening because the mom sees the kid outside on the tire swing. And the kid, the little boy, the younger one, is like flying. Like he is swinging high. And he's like yelling out, you know, higher, whatever, like laughing and stuff. And the mom goes out there and she's like telling the older brother, you know, to like stop pushing him so high. And
he's out there by himself.
Yeah. And she's like, "What? Who are you talking to?" And he's like, "Benjamin, can't you see him standing there?" And she's like, "Okay, let's just go inside, honey," you know. And he's like,
"But wait,
bye," you know, whatever. Yeah. So homeboy, little boy, is friends with Benjamin, invisible Benjamin, and this goes on for a while.
Right, like he even tells his dad about Benjamin.
Yeah, and
he was confused as to like, where's Benjamin's parents? Like, why is Benjamin? Like the kid was like, why is Benjamin always here?
He's just like, yeah, he's like, I never
invited him over. He just showed up.
He was just always here, yeah. And I'm like, that's weird. And so at the time, this little boy is probably, what would you say he is? Like 7,
6, 7, yeah,
yeah, like right around there. But in the like in the show, he's older now, and so like him telling it now is like funny to hear him say that, you know?
Yeah,
because he's like, I never remembered inviting him over. He was just always there, and I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
So mom starts working a new job.
What an interesting job for a Mormon city.
Yeah, but she kept it on the low because obviously she thought that she was gonna get.
Well, yeah. I mean, she
judged.
was raised up in the Mormon faith.
Yeah.
And so she kind of rebuked the church when she got pregnant as a teenager.
She did.
And then so she still has this like spiritual shame that anybody that's raised in the church carries with them.
Yeah.
Forever
for sure.
and always.
For sure.
So she's got that going on when she gets her new job. So she's just, and she has to work like crazy evening
weird
hours.
Yeah. So dad's at home with the boys.
Right. And then the boys can't sleep.
No.
They keep having nightmares.
Yes.
Especially the little one.
Yeah.
Keeps like screwing up dad's sleep.
Yeah. And Matt is like freaking out because he's like, I don't know what's going on with these kids.
I don't know how to do anything about it.
Yeah. He's trying to call April, who's at work. And she's like, I can't answer the phone.
That's a big no-no.
Yeah. Because she's trying to, you know, do her hustle
schedule
thing,
some appointments,
create some parties. Apparently you make good money for doing that.
Dang, dude.
And so everything continues. It's escalating. Mom starts. So there's a really, really old bathtub in their bathroom, like one of the old like porcelain ones.
She's like, I want that out,
and she wanted it out, but it wasn't out yet. But she had taken a few baths in it.
Oh yeah, the one bath that tried to tell her that she was worthless.
Yeah. So she tried to relax in this bath, and it tried to kill her. Essentially,
she thinks she fell asleep and then like slid into the water and does that inevitable blub, blub, blub. Oh gosh, I can't do that. And then luckily,
but yeah, like during that though, she have a vision of something, or
I
like
think
something
so.
weird happened.
Yeah.
But she brushed it off as that she was drinking.
Yeah, she had a glass of wine or a bottle of wine or whatever.
And I guess, but she freaked out. And then Matt is like, what are you doing? You fucking drunk?
Why are you drinking in the tub?
At 6 a.m., you know, like when she's just getting off work, she's trying to like decompress a little bit or whatever.
Yeah.
And so finally it gets to the point where they, the husband actually finds words in the house. He found, like, during that same time,
he was doing the remodel and he busted open. Okay, because when they were cleaning the house, they found the window.
Yes.
And then when he was doing the remodel, that's when he busted open the wall in the master bedroom and found that room.
Correct.
And that's where he's like, look at all these creepy drawings. I'm not going to tell anybody about these, but I'm just going to like cover these up and let this go.
Right. Well, I think they both found, or he showed her, I thought.
I think so. I don't know. But like,
I'm pretty sure he showed her because that's when they called the paranormal team. Those guys.
Was that, so, oh, I must have jumped it. No.
I thought, or no. Did I jump it?
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
I don't care.
Regardless. So anyways, it gets really, really bad. April takes a long shift. The mom takes a long shift and has to invite her mom over.
Yes, you're correct.
I think that puts us back on track.
Yes, you're right.
So
My bad.
Mom comes over,
stays with the boys,
and she like can kind of
Feels-
sense that something's up, and like
Yep.
Shane, the littlest one, is kind of at unease. And so she spends the night in Shane's room, and then something happens to her.
Yeah, she experiences something, sees something, has a vision of
her
something.
sheets get pulled off.
Yeah, something happens. And she basically
she gets grabbed.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, oh my God, I got grabbed by a grown ass man
Mm-hmm.
in your little boy's room. What the fuck is going on? So like,
and she's like, your house is evil.
when April comes down, when April comes home, she's like, what are you doing? You know, her mom starts giving her the third degree of like, okay, so what is this job? Why are you out? Because you can't be out like this with this shit in your house. Like,
No, like,
what
there's
the fuck
something
is
evil
going
in your
on?
house,
Right.
like,
And
yeah.
that's when she breaks down and goes, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Tells
and
her
so
mom what she's
mom
doing. Yeah.
takes the kids.
Yeah. She's
which
like, I'm
is
going to
great.
take the kids.
Just
Mhm.
give them some reprieve from this freaky ass house.
And the kids said as soon as they left, they felt so much better.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yeah, I bet.
Especially
then
since they
that's
haven't been sleeping.
Yes. So then the mom and dad are there. They don't have the kids. So then they start going back to the renovations.
They just sink themselves into like she
Into
sells
the
herself
house.
into the job so
Yeah.
that she can make money for the renovations.
And
Dad
he's doing
starts
the
tearing some-
reservations.
This is when I think they
Yes.
find the room.
You're correct.
So that's when he knocks out the wall and is like, "Oh, look at this creepy."
There
Child
was
scribbles.
some weird scribbles all
Oh,
over the walls.
walls.
It was almost like there was like a kid was trapped, like locked in that
Yeah,
room,
yeah.
you know? And so that's when they invite the
This is-
paranormal investigators. No?
No.
When?
So mom and dad do a DIY sage on the
Oh,
house.
yeah.
Right? Whenever it gets a
Yes.
leaf blower and hooks up the sage and like
And
so they try to smudge the house. So
Yeah.
April reaches out to her mom and goes, "Hey, I don't know what to do." And her mom goes, "Well, turn to the Book of Mormon, right? Turn to God.
Yep.
Read the book, figure out what to do." So she reads the book, figures out that she can smudge her house and that should get rid of it. So she goes, "Okay, cool. I'm going to do this."
She does that.
And then
They walk around
They walk
together
around.
holding hands.
right.
And she's, yelling out her blessings, saying her intentions for the house and so forth.
So dad gets messed with.
Mm-hmm.
So dad gets messed with in the boiler room or in the basement. He gets pinned to the ground and gets told to quit messing with stuff.
Yes.
And so this is when Matt and April finally come together and go, "Hey, we're experiencing this." And I think that's when they smudge the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think that's when they both told each other that all the shit that they were experiencing. Because up until this point, they had not shared with each other
What
what
going
each other
on.
had been experiencing.
Right. So the dad goes out because he's like he said he's still going into the renovations, and he's at the paint store, and he rattles off. According to him, he rattles off the address, and some other painter or some other subcontractor behind him goes, "Oh, you're in the redrum house," which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
And he goes, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, that's the one with the graffiti or the writing all over the walls." And so Matt or the dad immediately goes home and gets his paint thinner out and just starts like
Taking the paint off the walls.
taking the paint off the walls and sees.
It
What
says,
does it say?
It says, "This house me."
Right. And then that's when Matt.
It says, "This house unalived me."
Oh, yeah, that's right. We can't use that word. So then Matt goes to the neighbor and goes, "What happened?"
Right.
So then the neighbor tells him the story of David.
Yes.
And David was a guy who lived in that house who just went through a bunch of like
Craziness.
he had a great family, wife and kids, and then all of a sudden that fell apart, and then
he was like coming out of the
house
in the
and,
middle
like,
of the night.
yelling at the house and telling you whatever it was what did I say? Oh yeah, he says, "Quit messing with it." No, wait. Was he yelling at the house? I swear I wrote it down. I guess I didn't. But anyways, he keeps yelling at the house.
Yes.
And this sends his wife off, and his wife's like, "I'm not dealing with this anymore."
No.
Deuces.
Goodbye.
And so then he goes nuts, evidently paints "This house unalived me" on the walls, goes to a hotel room, and then uses the self-checkout.
Yes.
So David's no longer a thing. And I think
No.
he was like the last owner prior to this family
Correct.
moving in. So they sage the house.
Yes.
Everything's fine for a week, right? Mom, dad, everybody moves back in. And then is this when mom gets attacked and they call the investigators?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
And basically the investigators are there. I forget what team they were from, but they had said they had stayed
Jeremy and Bill Spencer.
between like 15 to 20 nights there. And I was like, you didn't stay 28 days.
You didn't do the full Ed and Lorraine cycle.
Nope. If that's even true. But they got some stuff like
They got like
some
windows opening and cold spots
and doors
and, like,
closing,
all
and
of the
on their
voices
own.
of like the
they
baby drowned
captured
in the
some
bath
footage and stuff.
and other things. Like they got the stuff, but they didn't get the family didn't get any resolution until they found Debbie.
Correct. What happened with Debbie? Debbie saved the day.
Debbie saved the day. Well, Debbie eventually just put her big britches on. So she calls up. She says, okay, hey, give me the keys.
So the paranormal investigators leave after their investigation.
And meanwhile, all these people, the families like moved out of the house. So basically, I think I kind of like skipped over it really fast.
That's okay.
So basically, the whole family moves back into the house. And then I think either within like a night or two, it sounds like everything's getting broken into.
Yes.
Everybody's experiencing things. Mom gets like
they just
locked up and levitated, and they just grabbed everything and left. So this family's
Yes.
living in hotels while
Correct.
these paranormal investigators are
and
going
they're
through
just
their
giving
house.
people the keys. They're like,
They
here, go stay and figure it
I
out.
don't care. Get this out of my hair.
Yes.
So Debbie comes in, and she's the clairvoyant. She's the one that like talks to the spirits. So she senses and feels things right away.
Mm-hmm.
And then asks the family to come back to the house so that they can use the energy to let who's ever trapped in the house, gotta love this, out.
Right. So they
Right.
can help send it back
Send the good ghosts out and keep the bad ghost in or some shit. I don't know.
Something like that.
I don't know how it works. All I know is they had to bury a bathtub in their backyard.
Yeah, I don't understand that. That was
Because
weird.
like I don't understand, because like the mother took her life in the tub.
Yeah.
Not April, not the mom,
like-
but like in the before times, mom took her own life in the tub, and the kids found her. And then the dude, I don't understand the backstory. Like, why was
I
the
don't
dude
either.
evil? Like, okay, so is he putting the kids in the closet, not closet? And then like, what is he doing? Because like supposedly the reason why she's got a couple hot spots in the house, right? I'm getting ahead of ourselves here. So we got the closet with all the creepy kid drawings that he did the renovation on in the master bedroom. So we've got the closet's a hot spot, and then we've got the boiler room. So the boiler room supposedly has a spirit in it because there's a little boy in the burner. Because according to the Mormon faith, as soon as they turned 8, that's when they had to confess. And then the man in the house didn't want the children confessing, so he was just offing the children. What the children were confessing to, we don't know. So that leaves the children stuck in the house, however, according to our paranormal investigations. So Debbie goes down there and is like, hey man, this smells like all leather and smoke. And then Matt goes, yeah, heck yeah, that's all leather and smoke.
I've been smelling that.
Right. And so she goes up to the closet, and this is where she does like the best work. She goes into the closet and starts like crawling around and like pushing things away and like
talking,
trying to like open up the windows and like get off me and all this other fun shit. So Debbie's doing her darndest to get these ghosts out of the house, and she tries to get the window open, and she's like getting all the like the little, hey, good little ghost, go, you're free, like run away. And so Debbie does her darndest and like gets the ghost out.
Yay, Debbie.
Yay, go Debbie.
Woo.
And then eventually the ending to this one's just as limp as the other one. It's like, okay, well, Debbie does the thing, and then they finish renovating the house for a little bit, and then they sell it and move out and become nomads.
And they moved like 8 times within like 10 years.
Because they didn't want a house that had a history. I'm like, so are you buying brand new houses every time you move?
They just need to like build their own house. If he's a
That's what I'm
contractor,
saying.
why doesn't he just build their own fucking house?
My friend, I'm sure you can find a subdivision somewhere that'll sell you a house that doesn't have any previous owners.
Yeah, you could buy a build your own house on Amazon.
Right? Because you can't even buy a house on wheels. Who knows on that one, right?
I tried. So yeah, that's it.
That's
end of that one.
I mean, Debbie did it.
And then, so
Good job.
I was trying to find like proof or like factual information on the story of
Yeah,
that
like
house.
the backstory.
Yes,
of this
and
one?
I couldn't.
There's nothing.
I could not find anything.
Interesting. And there's
Um,
no Ed Lorraine Warren in this one.
No, there's not. It was weird. Like it's difficult. I read a lot of Reddit
Yeah.
threads about this one.
Yeah.
And there was so many people going back and forth because some people were like, yeah, I genuinely feel like, you know, April, because of like how she was reacting like in the show
Mm-hmm.
to everything. She's like, they're like, I feel like it is coming from a genuine place. But at the same time, you can't find like factual information to back up the initial
There's no
story.
photos. There's no, I mean, you have some of the surveillance from when the brothers went in and did their investigation, but like that's all you have. That's all you have
Yeah.
is just their story. But that's all you really have for any of this. Like Chris's story has a bunch of fuzzy 80s photos and
Right.
whatever he experienced.
We need like some 2024, 2025.
some 4-8K, some
8K
80 megapixels, whatever it
footage.
takes.
We need some real paranormal footage, guys.
Or just accept the fact that maybe it's just not that big of a deal.
Maybe it's not. I mean, everything is possible.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible, but anything is also impossible.
Right. Anything that can be proven can be disproven.
Yes.
So
So I hope you guys enjoyed that one.
Man.
This is a lot of yapping.
we've had a good time with this series. I think
Yes.
this is our last one.
I thought we have one more. No?
I don't
Is
know.
it the last one? I
If
don't know.
not, we'll hit you with another one next week.
It'll be true crime of something.
Yeah, right? Whether it be spooky
Probably
or
not paranormal. We'll take a little break from the paranormal.
Thank you.
Make sure we need to do like a blessing on ourselves to make sure we haven't like
I need to
opened
go,
any doors.
smudge my whole existence, man. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. If you guys have your own paranormal stories that you'd like to share, please share. Drop a comment below if you have some scary footage of some creepy shit that you've caught.
Photos?
Send it to us.
Something.
Drop it to us. Let us know. Make sure you hit like and subscribe.
Yes, please.
We do appreciate your support. And we are here every Thursday at 7 p.m. for our premieres. So make sure you hit the notifications because you'll get the notification
So you get the reminder.
when we're live and you can chat with us.
Because we're in there.
We're in there chatting away. Come hang out every week and we'll see you next time.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
From truth or lies, we'll call it out. They whisper gossip, but we shout. Pop culture queens and headphones clear. Girl, did you hear what's up, my